Welcome to Fierce Encouragement. This is the podcast where we tackle life's struggles with boldness, wisdom, and some practical tools. Now, my name is Mark Walker. I'm a life coach. I'm a meditation instructor. I'm also your guide to navigating the messy middle between where you are and where you want to be. So here at Fierce Encouragement, we blend modern science and timeless wisdom to help you master your own mindset, to cultivate that inner balance in your life, and also to take those courageous steps towards your goals and projects. So whether you're a leader, a new leader, maybe a learner, or just somebody who's ready for some change, well, this is your space for some real talk and some powerful insights and some fierce encouragement to help you live with purpose and confidence. Thanks for being here. Hey, thanks again for spending your time with me on Fierce Encouragement and this week of the podcast. I really do appreciate you taking the time to listen to this, and I hope it really helps. So for today's episode, I want to jump right in. I wanted to talk about that prison of our own mind and our own illusion of no choice. Now, what do I really mean by that? Well, I hear it all the time from people I'm connecting with on conversations or people that are interested in coaching or the workshops that I offer. They say something like this to themselves: I really don't have a choice. My situation is what it is. Now, the subtext to that is that voice inside of us, or that thinking inside of us that says, I'm stuck. I have obligations. I can't afford to change. This is just how life goes. And sometimes that can be with family. Sometimes that can be with health challenges. Sometimes it can be in those golden handcuffs we might have, right? We think that we have a problem when maybe there's just some deeper digging that needs to go on. The most dangerous prison we can live in is the one we can't see. Now, I love Viktor Frankl. He's a Holocaust survivor. If you haven't read or even looked at his book called Man's Search for Meaning, I think you really owe it to yourself. It's a great listen. It's a great read. And it really comes from somebody who went through the Holocaust and lost his family. Here's a quote from him that I just wanted to share. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. So while Frankl went through unspeakable horror during World War II, lost his family, I'm sure was depressed and faced a lot of hardship, just amazing depth of pain that maybe we can't even identify with our modern comforts, whether they be phones or food or house or jobs. But Viktor Frankl did a really good job of identifying that the real prison that we get caught in is the one that's internal. It's the mindset that we say we can't. And so I would just wanted to invite you as a listener to this podcast, somebody who's interested in personal development, of getting better. And we do have a tendency to maybe hyperachieve and always wanting and going after things, which can be its own neuroses. But I just wanted to invite you to look at your own life right now. Where are you in your life? And where are you telling yourself that there isn't a choice? Where are you telling yourself there is no choice? It might be in that mindset. It might be the way your mind feels. I've had clients say that to me. Being a meditation coach, they say that their mind is fixed, that there's no choice, that this is just the way their mind works. And unfortunately, I just don't agree with that 100%. I think that there are those people who train their mind, who move towards more of a growth mindset, who take on the challenges in their life with a more increased mental toughness, if you will. There are those who broke free. Whether it's the Jews in the concentration camp like Frankl, or whether it's people like Nelson Mandela and spending over 27 years in prison, he emerged with more power than ever before. Why? Well, I think it's because he didn't let his mind collapse, even though he was, again, imprisoned in the body, in a room. I want to compare this to the modern professionals that are trapped in our own invisible prisons. Maybe it's jobs they resent, Maybe it's managers that they don't get along with. Maybe it's people that they fundamentally don't agree with ethically. Maybe it's the habits that keep us small, whether it's too much sugar or too much couch surfing, or maybe too much of the phone and getting anxious about current events. Or maybe it's even about those self-imposed limits that we keep bypassing, those things we want to get better at, and day after day, week after week, we just find we're not going after them. There are those who broke free. And I think it's important to remember that you can work through this. So the coaching perspective I'd like to offer here is inviting you, being curious, asking yourself, where am I stuck right now? Discipline isn't about giving ourselves tons of commands, but giving ourselves a command and following it. This illusion of us having no choice, whether it be in our career, our exercise and energy programs, or even in our relationships, this illusion of not having a choice is a comfort mechanism. It lets us off the hook from ourselves. It lets us do the easy thing instead of the hard thing. Make no doubt, we think we might not enjoy being uncomfortable, but often, in a very deep level, we choose discomfort over a challenge and growth because that discomfort is comfortable in a reassuring, kind of regrounding way, like you know that discomfort. And you feel more at home with it than you would if you stepped out of that comfort zone and went after something you wanted. If you are the warden of your own prison, I think that's an interesting concept. Can we reframe that? You are the warden of your prison, so you have the keys. You could let yourself out. What's one area where you feel really stuck today or this week? And what's one simple action that you could use to break free from that prison, or even have the warden, your own inner best self, come to your jail cell and unlock it, and at least start the process of seeing what's one thing. Maybe it's standing up and moving towards that self-imposed or that illusion of a doorway or bars on your jail cell. What's one action that could help you break free? So I think this begs the question, how can we unlock our door? How can we call to ourselves and be our own warden? Maybe the door is already unlocked and you just have to walk through it. You have to push through it a little bit. Now, this is what coaching helps with. This is what mentorship helps with. This is what having, I would say, a third party look at what your power is, what you thrive in. Coaching is nothing more than seeing what's the best in people, how they show up in their toughest moments and still win and learn and grow. And it's reinforcing that. And I think from a personal standpoint, even in myself, it's reclaiming that. We have to reclaim, we have to unlock our own door, and we have to really just notice where we can embody our power. And a coaching relationship, a coaching habit really helps that. It might seem silly and seem like it's just a conversation, but it goes much deeper than that. If your life was your own prison of your own making, what is the first place, or where is the first place where you dig your tunnel? Now, if this hits home, I would love to talk. Again, I am a life coach. Right now, I'm in a one-on-one kind of buzz blitz trying to enroll a few more clients for my coaching biz, for my one-on-one 3-month coaching package. But I would love for you to sign up for that. I'll include the application in the show notes. Fill out the application. I'll take a look at your answers directly. And if I feel that we're a fit, I'll invite you to a quick free conversation where we can unpack a little bit more about what it might look like to work on the problems you have. But before I go, I wanted to share an exercise and give you some value from this quick conversation here on Fierce Encouragement. It's a simple hack or a simple tool to help you expand your choices in those moments where you feel like you have no choice and where you might feel that you have a lack of alternatives. Step 1 is this. I want you to state that limiting belief out loud. Sometimes it can be the hardest part, just to notice where we're blocked up or where we might be saying no or not or I can't do it to ourselves. So say it out loud. Step 1, state that limiting belief out loud. I have no choice. I have to stay in this job. I can't change my morning routine. I can't change my family. So state it out loud. Make it evident, make it apparent. And step 2 is asking yourself, what else? Now I want you to go 3 questions deep on this, so to speak. Ask yourself what else at least 3 times. So if you have a limiting belief that says, I have to stay in this job, ask yourself, what else could be true? And you might say, well, I have to stay in this job, but I do have tons of skills. I could go look for another job. Great. But what else could I do? Well, I could reach out to my network. I could look for some support. Great. What else could be true? So we keep on asking ourselves that. Go down to at least 3 what else's deeps, if that makes sense. So ask yourself, what else could be true? What else could I do? What else have I not considered? At least 3 times in this second step, ask yourself, what else? You know, an example of this is saying, I have to stay in this job, right? I don't have any other options, but breakthrough thinking, what else thinking might be, I could call a mentor and explore new paths. I could maybe start a freelance on the side to get some side hustle and some more experience. Or what else? I could take a small risk. I could apply somewhere else and see what happens, get an interview, get the conversation going. Suddenly, there's so many options where there was none before, or where it felt like maybe you were blocked and there was a wall. This works because our brains are wired for pattern recognition. If you ask a better question, it can help you find a better answer. And it helps move us from that victim language or that victim mindset of I can't to an ownership and an open mindset of what else is possible? What can I do? It can get us out of that reactive mode and into a creative mode of thinking. So bring it home. Try it right now. Take 30 seconds, state your limiting belief out loud, ask what else at least 3 times, and please write back, text me from the show notes, DM me if you have a breakthrough. I would really love to hear it. I love to hear success stories or how this lands with people. And I appreciate all of you that have texted and written in. Thank you very much. And to land on this, you are not trapped. That prison of our own mind is an illusion. We just haven't found that trap door yet, or we haven't invoked that own inner warden to come and unlock the door. I would love to help you find it together, and I would love to hear back from you. Other than that, thank you for taking the time to listen to Fierce Encouragement today. I hope you have a great day, a great week, a great night, wherever you're at, and I will see you down the line. Take care. Bye-bye.